What's up, everybody? Sak Pase, Abarigani, Nangandef, Boni. This is Sankar. I'm back with another video. So for this video, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be talking about books that you guys can use to learn languages, and specifically African languages. I'm making this video because a question that I get asked pretty often is how I learned these languages. And so today I'm going to show you guys 4 resources that you can use or purchase to learn these languages. And as I said, we're focusing on African languages for this video. So I have 4 books behind me that I have used to learn, the 4 languages in question. So first one we'll be looking at is this one right here, Peace Corps Creole. And I want to preface this by saying that all these books, guys, you can download online. So if you do decide to purchase a hard copy, I don't want anybody to be, misled into thinking like, oh, this is something new, because again, all these are like open domain, so you guys can download these. But for me, I just prefer to have a physical copy in addition to the electronic version, so I can, work on the exercises, for example. So that's why I'm making this video. So again, the first one for people who are learning Creole, and for those of you who don't know what Creole is, it's a dialect of English. Some would consider it and its own language, but it's a topic for another video. But it is basically Pidgin English. And there are various versions of this language spoken throughout West Africa. But in Sierra Leone, you have what's called Creole, which is their version of that language. So you guys can see, and let me show you guys what you'll get if you decide to buy the hard copy. So have here, again, physical copy of this language, of this book, and you guys can see that this is high quality stuff here. You have spiral binding, and that's good, especially when you have a thick book like this, because what I find is that when you have books that are glue bound, the binding starts to come apart and undo within a couple months. But with this, I can assure you that you will have this for a long time. I've already had this for a few months, and there's no sign of wear in that regard, obviously, because when you open the book, it's spiral bound, so you're not going to have that issue. So plastic front, spiral binding, and then you're going to have a plastic kind of or vinyl back for the finish. So this is, again, the Peace Corps Sierra Leone Creole course. You guys can either download it or you can purchase it, and I'll tell you guys how you can do that later in the video. So the second language or course that we're going to look at is this one right here, which is a Swahili basic course. And again, this is an FSI course. For those of you who don't know, FSI means Foreign Service Institute. The United States government had a language learning initiative that ran from, I think, from the early 50s all the way, well, it's still running now. But they produce these audio lingual courses, such as this one right here. This is, you guys, let's take a look at it. But when you go into the book, you're going to see that, again, it's an FSI course, right? But the good thing about having this is that, again, you have a physical copy. And for those of you who decide to, buy the book, there will be a series of exercises to work through. And another great thing about this is that you don't have to worry about audio, because all the audio files are available online. And you have trouble finding those, I will definitely send you a link. But this is a pretty thick book. This is I think it's over it's like 120 or some odd lessons. So if you do go through this, then you are going to be at the very least at a high intermediate level, or low advanced. But you will have a really solid foundation in the language. And I can say the same thing for pretty much any book. I mean, this is probably the most comprehensive right here. But any book that you buy here is going to give you a solid foundation in the language. So the next one I have is this Wolof book. And this is a Peace Corps book. And you guys can see that I've been using this pretty heavily. One of my pages come out. Now, I want to just touch on that for a second. Now, these books are very durable. I've had this one for about 3 months using it daily. But they're not indestructible, so you do have to be, careful about how you use them. But that said, considering how much I've used this book, it's in pretty good condition, and minus a page that came loose. But again, same thing, spiral binding, and this is a great resource to use for people who are who want to learn Wolof. And then finally, we're going to wind it down with this book right here. This is for Lingala. And if there's a language that you are interested in, I do have other courses as well. And I mean, like Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fula. I have a whole litany of courses and course books that are that have been produced exactly like these, with the spiral binding, the plastic cover, and the vinyl backing. But those are really good books to use for anyone who's interested in learning an African language. And again, a good thing about these is that they come with audio, so you don't have to worry about that. You can download them into your iTunes library, have them on your phone. That's what I do. I listen to them on my way to work, and whenever I feel like studying, I can just take out my phone and listen to it that way. And the cost is very reasonable. So those that's going to wrap it up for this video. Those are just a few books I wanted to show you guys. There's going to be some others that I'll be kind of showing later, and we'll actually delve into the content of these books in later videos. But if you guys are interested, just send me a message. Let me know what the book what it is you're looking for, and we'll go for there. And guys wondering about the price, I think it's probably going to go, I would say, for $30 plus shipping, which again is very reasonable considering what you're getting. So that is it. If you guys have questions or comments, you guys know what to do. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and I'll definitely have more videos on the way. So that being said, this is Sankar signing off. Peace.